You might want to buckle up this morning. I'm going to be doing a little bit of ranting, just a heads up. I will do my very best to keep it PG-13. Welcome to Prepper Nation. I am John. Thank you very much for watching, for listening, for subscribing to the channel, hitting the little bell icon, and all that crap. All the YouTubey stuff. It is truly appreciated. And also, quickly, Tony Sanford. Brother, thank you for the coffee this morning. He's sponsoring the coffee. He said, drink responsibly. I'm going to try, but it's hot, brother. But thank you. So let me start off this morning. Again, rant video. You've been warned twice now. Let me start off by asking you a question. All right. Do you know this type of person? Do you know somebody that fits this stereotype? The kind of person that is always up against it because they always make bad decisions, bad life choices maybe. Oftentimes they make the same choices over and over again and over again. It's a vicious cycle. And they always come to you and they're always complaining and they're always freaking whining. Why is my life like this? What have I done? Why is it always me? And you try to calmly explain to them for the 10th time, you need to make better decisions. This is why your life is off the track. This is what you need to do in order to get it back on track. You're trying to help these people, right? And they give you that stoner look, like, okay. And it goes in one side and out the other and hits the wall. And then again, they just continue to do stupid things. So anyway, does anybody else out there know people like that? Or is it just me? Please, please, Lord, do not let it just be me. All right. So anyway, I'm going to take you to Austin, Texas this morning, and I'm going to link this down below in the video description so you can go check the intel out for yourself if you want to. And also, I'm going to link our backup channel down below just in case. It is called The Bunker, and we talk about reading and writing over there as of this week. So, Austin, Texas, but this can apply to a lot of different places. Here in North Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina is our Austin, Texas. And I don't know this for sure, folks, but I think that every state has its own version of an Austin, Texas. Meaning, beautiful city was once beautiful, and it's just been taken over by liberals, and it's become a complete crap hole. So yesterday, Austin, Texas, the police department. This is why it hit mainstream media. They put out on their social media accounts, "Look, don't call 911. We're overstaffed, we're underfunded," and they were getting people to either dial 311, which is not an emergency line, or better yet, and I'm not kidding you when I say this, go online, fill out an online report. Were you just robbed outside of a bank at the ATM? Can you please go online and fill out a report? Were you just mugged out in the street? Can you go online and fill out a report? And it says, and I quote, include as much information as possible. In other words, you be the police officer. You fill the report out. You do the things that a police officer is supposed to do in this case, because again, we don't have enough police officers. And Fox News, I got to put them on blast because they're propaganda as well. Fox News, they had a segment yesterday, the one I'm going to link down below, and they had a chiropractor from Austin, Texas. And this guy was on there just whining and crying about the state of Austin, Texas. And they pitched out some statistics yesterday on Austin, Texas, and I'm gonna parrot those off for you in case you don't want to check the intel out. Auto theft. This is since 2020, the beginning of 2020. Auto theft in Austin, Texas is up 77%. Huge number. It's huge. Aggravated assaults, beat downs. You're coming out of the grocery store, somebody just beat you down because it is what it is, son. Up 18%. Murder up 30%. These were the numbers that they threw out there. And the apparently this chiropractor is upset about it. He's trying to figure out what's going on. Why is this happening to us in Austin, Texas? I just don't understand here, son. He didn't say son, but you get the point. The coffee's got me jacked up. Thank you again, Tony. So he goes on to say, in his own research, the city of Austin, based on its population, I think this is accurate. They should have around 2,000 police officers on duty at all times. They're not robots. They need days off. They need hours to sleep and stuff like this. But Austin currently has on its entire force, all shifts, 1,475. So they don't have enough officers. And the host on Fox News, again, got to put them on blast. I don't care. It was a very stupid statement on their part. I don't care if it is Fox News. He said, as a fellow Texan, something's got to be done. Hopefully, the governor steps in and does something. And I saw this statement and I said, no, son, no, this is the wrong statement. And I'm going to make a case for it this morning because I'm going to bring some stats of my own that Fox News, I'm not parroting this from Fox News. I had to respect it, son. I had to dig around and find this stuff. I said to myself, Austin used to be a beautiful place. Everybody that I talk to that's from Texas, they tell me this. It used to be like the Mecca of Texas. Again, Asheville, North Carolina, the same thing. And now it's a liberal scum hole. So the last time that they had a Republican mayor in Austin, Texas was 1991. That was the final year of the Republican mayor's term. Ever since then, it's been Democrat, liberal across the board. The last time they did the national voting, Austin, Texas voted 71.4% liberal. It is a highly concentrated liberal stronghold in Texas. And I'm going to throw this in there because I'm getting ready to destroy an argument here, okay? Austin, Texas is among the top 3% worldwide in terms of cost of living. Is a very expensive place to live. So I don't want to hear anybody, to be honest with you, say I would move out of Austin, Texas, but I can't afford to move. If you can afford to live in Austin, Texas, you can pretty much afford to live anywhere else here in the United States. You can afford to move. That is a cop out. All right. That is a getting back to the beginning here, son. That is one of these people saying, I just don't know why it's always me. Why does this always happen to me? Okay. So, Austin, Texas, this is your fault. I'm talking to the voters in Austin, Texas, or the people that don't even care enough to vote. When I pull in this stuff up, they say, by and large, and this is probably not just an Austin, Texan issue, but they said poor people don't typically vote in Austin. These are middle class voters. These are supposed to be your educated voters right here. 71.4% voting liberal, going all the way back to 1991. You chose this adventure. We were talking about it last week. Right? Y'all remember that? Or did I dream it? The Choose Your Own Adventure books. You chose this adventure if you're in Austin, Texas. Have fun with it, son. I can't understand why this is happening. And it's not just Austin, Texas. I see these interviews all the time on mainstream media. Business owners, shopkeepers, a hotel, restaurant, blah, blah, blah. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Hollywood. Seems to be a lot of California there. Austin, Texas, New York, Brooklyn. I don't know why this is happening. It's just, I have zero sympathy at this point for these people. I don't care. I don't care that you're sitting in a dirty diaper is what I'm trying to tell you, because you cannot continue to make the same mistakes and expect different results. And people have been trying to tell you now for decades, middle class educated voter in Austin, Texas, liberalism is not working. You need to try the other side of the aisle, maybe. Or if you're not voting, you may try that. You may try going and casting a vote for a change for the GOP. But see, there's this, they don't want people to think bad of them. Oh my God, the GOP, they're so racist. I can't cast a vote for a conservative. So I'm just going to continue to vote this way anyway. And maybe this time it'll be a little bit different. I don't know. You can't woke your way out of this. You cannot be one of these people that are upset, always worried about what people are going to say about you. Oh my God, what if they find out that I voted Republican? Look, man, again, 71%. You cannot woke your way out. This is obvious right now in 2023. You created this mess. There are too many real Americans out here that are struggling right now. Sorry, but again, if you're ultra woke and you're ultra left and you live in Austin, Texas, or one of these enclaves like Austin, Texas, to me, you're not even really an American at some point, because you're inflicting more damage than the rest of us can try and repair. You understand? We don't live in Austin, Texas, and we have real problems that we did not create. Problems like inflation that we have to face every single day. Problems like the invasion at the border. Problems like the Chinese nationals who are trying to get into military installations and things. Real problems, not problems that we created out of fantasy land. You understand what I'm saying? There are too many people out here that are trying to resist this sort of nonsense to swoop in and help you out like Tarzan. You're not a victim. It's your fault. Where was Austin's middle class? Here's what I want to know. These middle class voters that just can't believe this is happening and somebody come in and do something, please, because it's just not working. Where were you at back in 2020 when your police force and your city council was mandating the whiskey shots and a bunch of officers walked away? Where were you at? Where were you at when your city council thought it would be a great idea to defund the police in the first place? I'm going to tell you exactly where you were at. You were sitting there with your head down and your mouth shut, and you were thinking the target's not on me. It's not my problem. That's somebody else losing a job. Not my problem. Well, it's your problem now, son. It's your problem now. The days of fence riding, as we have determined here at Prepper Nation, they're long gone. No more fence riding. Can't do it. All right. So if you're pissed, if you're in Austin, Texas, or you're in San Francisco, or you're in Chicago and you're pissed, all right, what are you going to do about it? You going to continue to vote for these clowns? You going to maybe run for office yourself as a conservative? You going to come over to the dark side with us Beaverines, many of us Beaverines at least, and vote conservative for a change? You going to try and do something different? Or are you going to do the same freaking thing that you've done for the last 30 years? Makes no sense to me. If you choose liberalism, own it. Own it. What you're seeing right now, the fact that 911's not even working in Austin, Texas. And the police department is saying, don't call us. Fill out a report online. That's the perks of liberalism. And if you're going to vote for liberalism, embrace the perks. You understand? And if you choose to stand up and do something about it and vote conservative, you better grow some thick skin, because people are going to come after you and they're going to call you nasty, nasty things. I get those comments every day. Hateful comments. Families, I got family members that can't stand the fact that I'm standing up for the Constitution, blah, 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 whatever. I ain't sitting here whining and crying about it. I know this is what it takes to stand up and try and do something about it. And quite frankly, to try and wake other people up. But I'm sick and tired of wasting time on people who always vote liberal and then pretend to be shocked. There's no shock value in it for me. This, oh my God, how did it? how did it get this way? It got this way because you're an idiot and you're surrounded by 71% of a city and they're idiots and they continue to make bad decisions. This crowd of vote blue no matter who. That's what got you there. Orange man evil. That kind of thinking, that group think, that sheepish think got you there. And that kind of group think and that sheepish thinking, it's not going to get you out of it. All right. You're not going to be able to continue to vote liberal and turn the other way and have the governor step in. I would like to place the blame, oh my goodness, on President Biden. I would love to blame the mayors of these cities or the city councils or the DAs of these cities, but the truth is they are literally doing what you voted them in to do. You got to give them credit where credit's due. They told you we want to defund the police, and then you voted them into office, and then they defunded the police. So whose fault is it really? I mean, they're just these politicians. They work for you, and when they tell you this ahead of time, we're gonna strip mine the city and turn it into a dumpster, and you vote them into office because hey, you don't want to be offensive to anybody. Then congrats, you live in a dumpster. That's what Austin, Texas is. And again, at least one city in every state across the land. They're literally doing what you put them in office to do. You, liberal voter, are the problem. I don't care if you're a middle class liberal voter. I don't care if you think you're highly educated or if you have a piece of paper hanging on the wall. That's a stereotype. That conservatives, we dumb. We cavemen and women, right? They're the lowest common denominator. We are liberals. We know exactly what we're talking about. Well, obviously not, because the few cities that are conservative don't have issues like this. I'm just saying. No one else is going to come in and bail you out. People like me, we're not coming to fight your battles for you. The governor's not going to swoop in and fight your battles for you. The president's not coming to swoop in. Gavin Newsom, now I think they're trying to install him where Biden's at. He can smile, he can talk on camera. He's not going to save your hind end. You're going to have to do it yourself. And until then, stop your whining. Folks, this is John with Prepper Nation. God bless.